Good morning, friends. Welcome. So, hope you all have enjoyed your Diwali vacation. And from today, we'll resume our online lecture schedule. So, in previous lectures, we have seen about basic in dairy development in India. So, today we'll continue with actual topics. So now, in this particular module, we'll see a role of Institute of National Importance. So in that, we're going to see National Dairy Development Board, that is NDDB, National Dairy Research Institute, that is NDRI, then Military Dairy Farm, then Indian Dairy Corporation, that is IDC, then various dairy cooperatives, Milk Grid, and Operation Flood. So we'll see these all institutes. So these are institutes of national importance, and they are working in this particular dairy sector. So first we're going to see, or we're going to study National Dairy Development Board, that is NDDB. So National Dairy Development Board is an institution of national importance set up by Act of Parliament of India. Okay. So our Indian government constituted the parliament, and under this parliament this institute was set up. So the main office is in Anand. So the main office of NDDB is located in Anand in the state of Gujarat, with regional offices throughout the country. Okay, so NDDB's subsidiaries includes IDMC Limited Anand, then Mother Dairy in Delhi, then NDDB Dairy Services in Delhi, and Indian Immunologicals Limited, that is located in Hyderabad. So all these are subsidiaries, means institution working under NDDB. So the board was created to finance, support producer owned and controlled organization. So basic motto behind the establishment of NDDB was to provide finance as well as support. And the another main important motive behind the establishment of NDDB was to strengthen the cooperative sector. Okay, to strengthen cooperative sectors. So to strengthen farmer cooperatives and support national policies that are favorable to growth of such institutions. Cooperative principles and cooperative strategies are fundamental to board's efforts. So basically, NDDB works for cooperative sector, and its main motive is to strengthen the cooperative sector and to provide financial support. So, Ministry of Agriculture and Irrigation, Government of India constituted the National Dairy Development Board (NDDB) in September 1965 under Societies Registration Act. Okay, so this NDDB operates under Ministry of Agriculture and Irrigation. National Dairy Development Board, that NDDB, was created in 1965, fulfilling the desire of the then Prime Minister of India, the late Lal Bahadur Shastri, to extend the success of Kaira Cooperative Milk Producers Union (AMUL) to other parts of India. So basically, NDDB was the team project of our late Prime Minister, that is Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, and he was a very visionary and hardworking person. So NDDB was the team project of Lal Bahadur Shastri. So it was founded by Dr. Varghese Kurian. Varghese Kurian is better known for father of White Revolution. So we'll see details about Dr. Varghese Kurian. So Dr. Varghese Kurian, he was born at 26 November 1921. Okay, so he's known as father of White Revolution in India. Just like Green Revolution that was pioneered by Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, this White Revolution that was pioneered by Dr. Varghese Kurian, and he is the man behind all these pictures. Today, whatever growth of our country in this particular dairy industry is all because of vision and hard working of Dr. Varghese Kurian. So see, he was a social entrepreneur whose billion liter idea Operation Flood made dairy farming India's largest self-sustaining industry and the largest rural employment sector, providing a third of all rural income. Okay, so it made India the world's largest milk producer, double the milk available for each person, and increased milk output fourfold in 30 years. So this overall progress of our country in this particular dairy industry, it's all because of vision and hard working of Dr. Varghese Kurian. So he pioneered the Anand model of dairy cooperatives and replicated it nationwide based on various top-down and bottom-down approaches, where no milk from farmer was refused and 70 to 80% of price by consumers was paid in cash to dairy farmers who controlled the marketing, procurement and processing of milk and milk products as the dairy owners. So, an invention at Amul was the production of milk powder from buffalo milk instead of cow milk, which was in very short supply in India. So, Amul basically invented the production of milk powder from buffalo milk instead of cow milk. He also made India self-sufficient in edible oil and fought against the oil kings who used underhanded and violent method to confer their dominance over the oilseed industry. Okay, so Dr. Varghese sir has done very tremendous work to develop this particular dairy industry. So, what are the major objectives behind the establishment of NDDB? So, first, to promote projects of general public utility relating to dairy, animal husbandry, food and agriculture, fisheries and cold storage. Okay. Then to make available on request the information, skills, technical services needed to increase production of milk and dairy technical inputs and to speed up procurement, processing and distribution of milk. The next objective is to prepare initial feasibility studies and to design, plan and start up operations. Then to provide manpower development services for dairy and allied projects by organizing technical programs for training personnel and to help selection of equipments and undertake bulk procurement services. The next, to offer consultation services on dairy and allied operations in the field of planning, control, including quality control, organization and marketing backup where necessary by research within NDDB and outside in other organizations. So basically NDDB works in research as well as infrastructure development as well as skill support and other technical things. To serve as an international license to other national dairy boards and international agencies and to facilitate the exchange of information and personnel, as also to assist other countries in dairy development, then to conduct research in the field of dairying and animal husbandry. So NDDB has done and still they are doing lots of research in this particular dairy industry. The next we are going to study National Dairy Research Institute, that is NDRI. So the National Dairy Research Institute is one of the country's premier dairy research institution. So again this is institute of national importance other than NDDB, and these institutes they are basically dedicated to do research work in dairy industry. So it has developed considerable expertise over the last few decades in different areas of dairy production, processing, management, and human resource development. Information generated at institute and the service offered have contributed to growth of dairy industry as a whole and well-being of millions of milk producers as well as consumers of milk and milk products. Realizing the challenging need of global dairy trade, the institute is continuously working to develop its R&D, HRD programs to better serve the nation in terms of food security, employment generation, poverty alleviation, and economic prosperity. So basically, NDRI they are constantly working in the field of dairy industry. So they provide basic framework of research and infrastructure as well as skills to develop and flourish this dairy sector. So the National Dairy Research Institute, it is basically located in Karnal in the state of Haryana. It was originally started as an Imperial Institute of Animal Husbandry and Dairying in 1923 at Bangalore. It was then expanded and renamed as an Imperial Dairy Institute in 1936 and was known as National Dairy Research Institute after independence in 1947. Subsequently, in 1955, NDRI headquarters was shifted to Karnal. Facilities as Bangalore were retained to function as a regional station to serve to southern state. So Bangalore is a subsidiary branch. It basically supports the southern states, and it is mainly located in Karnal. So National Dairy Research Institute it is mainly located in Karnal, and in Bangalore it has substation or a side branch. So in 1964, Eastern Regional Station of the institute was established at Kalyani in West Bengal. Both these regional stations continue to provide region-specific R&D support for dairy development in these areas. In 1970, NDRI was brought under the wings of Indian Council of Agriculture Research to provide greater operational autonomy to the institute in research management function. So in 1970, NDRI was brought under Indian Agriculture Research Institute. In 1989, the status of deemed university was conferred to the institute for further strengthening the academic programs for human resource development. So now NDRI has status of deemed university. Okay, it basically conducts it offers basic education as well as research facility in dairy industry or dairy sector. Roles and responsibilities. So what are the roles and responsibilities NDRI played? So the National Dairy Research Institute as the premier research institution undertakes research, teaching and extension activities towards dairy development in country. So this is an deemed university. Okay, this is a deemed university, and basically it undertakes research as well as teaching and extension activities in the field of dairy. Okay, being the national institute, it conducts basic and applied research with the objective to enhance animal productivity, also to develop cost-effective technologies for benefit of teeming millions. Okay, so NDRI basically do research in the field of different types of development of hybrids, milking hybrids, or breeds of cattle, buffaloes, and besides that, they are doing researching as well procurement and processing as well. Further, the institute provide high quality manpower to meet the human resource requirement for the overall dairy development in the country. So besides doing research and extension, they provide skilled manpower in this particular dairy sector. The institute also undertakes extension programs for transferring the know how the laboratory farmers in the field. So the institute also undertakes extension programs for farmers in the form of field laboratories. Okay. The next institute is military dairy farm. So military dairy farm in India were set up to ensure the clean and continuous supply of cow's milk to troops located in various garrisons across undivided British India. So basically this institute was very old. So it was before independence, and that concept of military dairy farm was basically introduced by Britishers who were ruled for a very longer time in our country. Then after independence, the Indian Army continued and expanded the services. So basically this military dairy farm setup was designed to provide fresh milk to our soldiers. Okay. So the farms spread over around 20,000 acres of land and had over 25,000 cattle. But recently, after recommendation of by Shekhar committee, sorry, all military farms were shut in 2017. Okay, so there were some problems operating this military dairy farm. So the committee were constituted under the guidance of Shekhar, and they decided to shut all military farms in 2017. So we'll see some historical perspective behind the establishment of this military dairy farm, that why these dairy farms, especially related to military, they were set up. So the first military farm was set up on February 1 in 1989 with the establishment of military farm in Allahabad. So the first military farm was set up in February 89 in Allahabad. Okay. Thereafter, large number of military farms were set up at the time of partition, and they are numbered over 100 units, mostly in present central, southern and western command. So the military farm concept was expanded, and they were set up overall in country. So almost there were 100 units. With the formation of Eastern Command and Northern Command, additional military farm units were established initially on ad hoc basis, and then they were regularized by Indian government in 1993 as a permanent military farm units. So achievements. What are the achievements military farm they achieved? So military farm are the pioneers in the introduction of artificial insemination. So artificial insemination is a technique to basically it is related to breeding, development of breeds and fertilization. So military farms, they were the pioneers in the introduction of artificial insemination, that was AR, in cattle in India. So the dairy development in organized sector in India is attributed to military farms. So Project Farsiwal, a project developed a crossbreed cattle, has become the world's largest crossbreed cattle breeding program that was also launched by military dairy farm. So decision to shut military dairy farms. So why these farms, one of the oldest farms, they were shut down? So what are the decisions? So we'll see that decision. The army decided to close down its military farm, which housed around 23,600 cattle with an annual production of over 33 million kg of milk in two phases, with the last farm shutting down by 2017. So these farms were shut down in step by step manner. One of the reason the decision was taken because it was seen that military farms were no longer needed due to the growing availability of high quality milk and milk products in civilian market. Okay, so before that establishment of this military farm, there were scarcity of milk and milk products. To ensure the fresh and clean milk to our soldiers, these military farms were established. But nowadays, lots of milk and milk product are available in each and every parts of our country. So due to tremendous availability of milk and milk product, this farm fair decided to shut down. The personnel of military farms will be progressively transferred to other wings of and departments. So personnel they were working in this particular field, they were transferred to other wings and departments of government. So all the farms are on the defense land, and these will be used for other defense purposes. So all these military dairy farms, they were set up in the land which was under the control of defense. And after shutting these farms, the land was used for another purpose. Then Indian Dairy Corporation, that is IDC, this is the another institute of national importance. So Indian Dairy Corporation was established in February 13, 1970. The cooperation works with it, so it basically works in cooperation with NDDB. The main responsibility of IDC was to coordinate Operation Flood project with NDDB. So basically, IDC was work with NDDB in coordinating some projects that was launched by NDDB. So IDC handled all commercial activities of Operation Flood phases, that is phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3, and played an important role in establishing national milk grid. The corporation maintains pool of dairy machineries and equipments to supply them in various projects of dairy cooperatives. Okay, so basically this institute works in association with NDDB, and its main function is to assist projects established by NDDB. The major objective of IDC is to promote dairy development in India. So the IDC mainly supports in the form of finance as well as technical supports. Thank you. So in next lecture we'll see remaining institutes.